This is a video going over the exploit for WildWaters, which is a prototype N64 game. This is an exploit that allows you to gain tremendous amounts of speed and take large jumps over the course that save a tremendous amount of time in completion. So just a little bit of backstory to this exploit. Andy Panther, a good friend of mine, was talking about maybe that the input range of the stick was tied to the speed at which you paddle through the water in this game. And in 2011, 2012, I learned that on analog sticks like this, when you start up a game, it will check to see what the middle of your stick is, and it will register that input as the neutral on your stick. So if you start up a game with your stick in a position anywhere other than neutral, when you release the stick, the distance from that point to the neutral of the stick will be inputted constantly on the stick. This is used for some silly ice climbers tricks and things, but in this game, it actually completely breaks it in a manner that's similar to the tool-assisted speedrun of this game by Swordless Link, that originally inspired me to pick it up and start speedrunning it. So I'm going to show you the exploit. What you need to do is hold as the game is booting up, so right after you press A to select it from your flashcard menu, you're going to want to hold your stick at the very bottom of the input gate. So this registers the very bottom of the stick as the neutral. So when you let it go, you're already holding 100% forward, or what would be 100% forward. A downfall of this is that the menus will obviously cycle like this. So what you're going to want to do is hold down in the menus, and then if you need to menu up and down, you can use the D-pad. So Devil's Elbow is obviously the only course, and from here it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have twice the forward range on this, and then GameCube style stick has even more range than that. So if you just hold forward and you're touching a wall, then you'll accelerate it at an exponential rate to the point where you have problems just keeping the speed up because the geometry of the course becomes a concern. When you combine all of these techniques with the ones I covered in the other video for tutorial, you can kind of grind against walls to build up a lot of speed. I'll see if I can focus a bit here to show off a jump or something. You can see I'm accelerating quite quickly. Most of the jumps are at the end, but there's a really tricky one at the start. I think I'm going to be doing individual videos for specific jumps that are really important as the game kind of progresses. I am looking forward to getting more time shaved off of mine. I have a 258, so you can see how I'm quite a bit faster, and knowledge of the intimate knowledge of the geography really comes into play here if you want to both stay on the course and also go through it quickly. Even in casual play, this is quite a different thing, just a difficult thing just to stay on the course with. It's quite a fun exploit, and it's easily can get you into trouble like that. And now I've soft locked the game and gone out of bounds. That's a particularly tricky spot. If you gain too much speed, you'll fly off course, and you actually want to stay on course, just barely there. hold all that speed and go flying through the next section. And that's the exploit. With this exploit, when you boot back to your menu, it'll actually save that position again. So you have to hold down again. But with that exploit, I'm going to show off a glitch as well in this video. It's not useful to my knowledge in either the fastest soft lock or the full completion at the where you soft lock at the end, which I think are the two reasonable categories to make for this. If you press R and forward, you get that animation, and of course you're pressing double forward, so you're completely breaking the game at this point. But if you do that and you press A at the same time, you'll actually start to shake on the screen, and your position will get messed up a lot, as long as you're touching a wall in the water and holding forward. So if you're pressing R while you're doing this, and you might need to, it works if you press R and then A right after you press R, and you'll end up actually shooting up out of the water like that. It's quite a messed up glitch, and it's really difficult. I actually haven't completed a full run, so I guess I'll try that now in front of you, and I'll keep trying to mess it up here, so it's really bad. Usually you just get sent far out of bounds, so this is not so bad actually. So I'm pressing R and then I'm pressing A right after while holding forward, and it just, if you hold R and A like that, then you'll just end up flinging everywhere. I do want to try to complete this, but as you can see, it's quite difficult to control. There's a seemingly random element to it, possibly a use for it in the fast to soft lock. If you could use this to get out of the course quickly, you could complete it faster in the 17 seconds I have currently. But I haven't figured out a way to do that yet. Again, the downside to always holding forward is you end up in the water sometimes like that. But it allows you to stay in contact with the mesh of the course. So this is a really jank strat here. I'll see if I can get that glitch going really bad here. Yeah, so you can get it off course and then just continually glitch. And sometimes you'll actually get into these places where you just fall down infinitely. And I'll just stop it there. Yeah, I soft lock, but I'll stop it there for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any ideas on how to further exploit this game, or uses for that glitch I mentioned, let me know. Thank you for watching, and take care.